So before we start, let me first ask you, how do you see your SMEs now? How long have you been in chat already? 2 years?
Year.
1 year?
And 1 month.
Okay. So how do you see the SMEs, past SMEs that assisted you in chats?
Um, they're, okay lang sir
In English,
in
Tani.
English.
How do you see
They're
them?
assisting agents in a timely manner as well. If some of the supervisor are absent, they're the one who's handling the agent.
Covering for the team, okay. And do you also see yourself doing their job?
Yes.
You have no choice, you're currently an SME now. The reason why we started that is because perception management is very important. How agents and how other leaders see you as an SME. Right? So we're gonna start with this session by with a short activity. We go ahead and play the slideshow from current slide. So I'll present you these 4 pictures, and I just need you to identify what do you think their job title or their job based on how you see them on their picture. Let's first focus on this one, leftmost picture. What do you think his job title is?
I think it's an agent as well, just taking a break.
Call center agent. How did you say that he's a call center agent? What specific aspect?
Because of his outfit.
Okay, he's wearing blazer, he's wearing jeans, very agent-like.
Yeah.
Okay. How about the second picture? I mean, he's also wearing jeans and blazer.
I think he's like an engineer or worker from a construction site
Okay, what makes you say he is an engineer?
because of the boots
Okay, I
And
would
the-
accept that.
and the location where he's sitting at.
Like, he's probably in a working site, construction
Yeah.
site. Okay. The third picture, the one sitting down.
Maybe a paparazzi.
Paparazzi. O sige, how did you say he's a paparazzi?
Or just like media something
Media personnel? How did you say he's a media personnel?
because of his outfit and the ID.
The ID? Does the ID say media? Okay. But how do you say, or what can you say about the fourth picture?
More likely a management manager
Okay, and how did you say he's a management position?
because of the on how he wears his outfit.
Okay, how he dress. Okay, so this is the reason why we're talking about perception management, because people would tend to observe how we dress, or sometimes how we talk, or sometimes how we act in the prod or outside the office, right? And to surprise you, the person in this picture is Mr. John Wick, Keanu Reeves. And we can perceive him in a different role based on how he looks like, right? And that's also how people in the prod are perceiving us. And we will be talking about how important perception management is. Okay? To start, please read our objectives, Steph.
Objectives: define perception management, determine the importance of perception management, discuss the 4-step perception management, discuss how your verbal and nonverbal gestures affect people's perception about you.
Okay. Now, before we start our perception management discussion, we first need to understand what is perception management or even perception. So first, I'm going to read this and I'm going to ask you to read the second part. Let me go back. So let's first define perception. Perception is a process by which individuals organize and interpret sensory information to understand and make sense of the world around them. Okay? In a nutshell, to make it simpler, I want you to read the definition of perception, please.
In a nutshell, perception management is the ability to create an impression through conscious activities and awareness through the impact that one's behavior could have. To be successful, you must assess yourself to determine if there is a need for you to adjust your communication style, encourage feedback, and be aware of how you adapt at every step of the way.
Okay, so again, this is the ability where we create an impression through our conscious activities, right? And other people would tend to interact based on how they like, and sometimes step away from you depend on how they dislike that specific activity, right? And how can we create a good perception towards others? We have what we call skill, and we also have our will, right? And this is where perception happen in between. So before we move on, we first need to understand what is skill and what is will. So before you were, or prior to your promotion, you have a team of how many? 15 agents?
16.
16. All right. How would you say that that specific agent is skillful at his work or at her work?
Um, if an agent will reach the metric goal on a
Okay.
daily basis or monthly basis.
They're passing the scores that are being asked from them. So skill is all about numbers. How good are they reaching the goal that is set for them? Now let's move to will. How would you say out of 16 agents, how would you say that that person is willful?
If, for example, the chat counts per day should be at least 30 to 35. The willfulness of the agent, if they reach the 30 chats per day, or if they did not.
Okay, I would accept that. Or more like people who's following the policy, right?
Yeah.
So if they're being asked to come in work 9 to 6, they're here before 9 and they log out after 6, right? If they're asked to take their break 10 minutes, they're not going over 10 minutes even in lunch or in normal break schedule, right? So we are being judged by people how good we are when it comes to our numbers, which is skill, and how good we are when it comes to following the policies that is expected from us, right? Now, the reason why we talk about this is because there is what we call quadrants on how people see us based on our skill and our will. So we have agents who's not passing the goal, but they're really following the right policies. They're not using or they're not doing any workarounds the process. They're following all the policies and they're being judged on the third quadrant because they're not that good enough. We have also agents that are high skill and high will, which agents see more as these people are leaders based on the numbers because they're giving us good numbers and they're following the policy. We also have people who has both low skill and low will, which are not being perceived that good. They're not good with numbers, they're even not following the scores that are the policy that is being asked from them. Right? And our job is to make sure that everyone moves to high skill and high will, or for them to be seen or they're being perceived properly by others. Imagine yourself as an SME and people don't like you. What do you think will happen in your day-to-day job here in I4? Do you think people would come up, ask questions from you?
No.
Would you think they will be giving you more so calls?
Depending. Depending on the
Right.
situation.
So it can affect your job, right? Depending on how people perceive you as their SME, right? So that's basically what our topic is all about. So, why is perception important? I need you to read this for me, please, Steph.
Perception can affect collaboration and communication between employees or teams, which can then affect engagement and productivity. Perceptions that are not managed become rumors, then gossip, then backstabbing, which is destructive for an organization's environment. And unmanaged perception becomes the truth if left unchecked.
Okay. So again, it affects collaboration and communication. If they see you as something that they can respect, then they would approach you and follow any steps or any instructions you will be giving them. Perception that are not managed become rumors. I see Steph. Steph is not good when it comes to communicating with people. They will tell their friends. Their friends will know, oh, that's Steph. That's the one that was told to me by my friend Man. No? So it will become rumors. And if you don't act anything on their perception, it will be left as a truth for those people that doesn't know you yet. And for leaders, if you want to really communicate successfully, influence or lead people, you must understand how you're being perceived so you can change their perception. So again, it's going to be a never-ending assessment on how we are being perceived so that we would improve ourselves every single step, every single perception from others. Okay? Now we have this four-step perception management. How can we manage others' perception with these four steps? First is, how do you think people perceive you? Without interaction, you would need to observe people. How do you think they perceive you? Do they perceive you good as an SME or bad as a bad person? Right? Start from there. And then, how are you actually perceived? So this time it includes interaction. If you interact with someone, you can then sense if you're being perceived by that person good enough or bad enough at the same time. Number 3, how do you want to be perceived? So after you have your own assessment, your own observation, do you want to be perceived the way you are, you feel that you're being perceived by that person or not? All right, so this is where you check yourself. Because number 4, this is now where we check if we need to change people's perception. Okay? So depending on how people perceive you, how you judge them be perceiving you, you need to check if this is something that you want to be perceived. Because if it does, then you don't have to do anything when it comes to step 4. But if it's something that you want to change, then you need to look for ways on how you can change their perception. Okay? First, what if somebody told you that, or what if you observe that people observe you as somewhat like cocky, or you are bragging stuff from as an SME?
I, I think because of how I behave or how I talk to.
True, right? And how would you know what specific behavior they feel or they saw, they heard from you that made them think that you're one cocky SME?
Maybe because they heard something when I communicated to my close friends abroad.
How? Can you give me an example?
If me and my friend is like joking
Mhm.
and it's outside their like you know their comments. It's like
Their comfort zone.
yeah, their comfort zone.
And they don't like it. Okay, that's one possibility that people can perceive you differently. So if that's how, and if that's the reason why they perceive you badly, what will you do to change their perception?
Minimize the jokes in the environment or in abroad.
Because people don't like it, right? So that's how we change people's perception. If they feel that Steffi is always showing her iPhone 17 Pro Max, no? She feels that she has a really expensive phone, and I'm really insulted on that. So how can you change that person's perception?
Oh, we'll just have to be humble and stop, showing the.
True. Stop showing off those types of phones, right? So we want to understand how people perceive us in order for us to change their perception if it needs to be changed, and have the correct perception from others. Now, if you will be able to change it successfully, what do you think people will feel towards you after you're able to change their perception?
Um, People will approach me normally on how they approach
Okay.
their friends and their colleagues.
They'll appreciate you, they'll feel comfortable towards you, which can definitely help, especially as an SME, right? You have lots of tasks that requires interaction with agents. So we need to make sure that we have the right perception from each in order for us to have that good communication and give a productive results plan. Okay? So seek feedback is one important aspect when it comes to perception management. You cannot change if you don't know what what feedback are you getting from people. So, but there are going to be cases where people refuse to seek feedback. And why are those? I want you to read this too, please.
Some just don't want to hear feedback from others, and some are afraid to hear feedback because they can be easily offended.
That's right. Some, very simple, they don't want feedback. period. But some are not can easily be offended, and that's why they're afraid to hear feedback. So when it comes to feedback, how are you receiving feedback? Are you receiving it openly,
Yes.
or you're receptive to feedback, right? And why do you think it's important that we have to be receptive to feedback?
Because it is for me as well to learn or to adjust to people because they're not the one who needs to adjust. It's me that they need to fit in the environment.
That's right, right? So if there's a lot of people already saying that, Steph, you're kind of this, you need to assess if that feedback is also something in a reality part. And by that, you can then change your feedback or your perception towards them, which will make their perception change into something good, right? Next, why is feedback important? Please read, Steph.
Find out what others perceive about you by asking feedback from people you trust and spend some time on self-reflection.
Reflection. Last is?
If you do not know how you are perceived, then you cannot change.
That's right. So we people tend to see, well, in ourselves, we tend to see mostly positive things, right? But people who are not us tends to see mostly negative, right? And this is why feedback is important. We may be seeing more of our positive side than negative side, where people can really help us even grow more by sharing to us what they see, something that we can change in ourselves, right? So debrief. As leader, why do you need to consider other people's perception about you? What do you think? Why do you think you need to consider other people's perception about you?
I need to consider other people's perception for them to feel comfortable as well. And in order for, they can easily approach me for assistance.
Okay, and then you can also give them easy instructions to follow, right? Next, how does it affect your performance at work as an SME? And how will it affect your relationship with other leaders?
It affect my performance because my manager will tell me that that agent should, avail. If the agent is not comfortable with me or whatnot, they would do pending access, and I'm the one who will call them out, and it will affect my relationship toward my leaders because they would think that I am not effective SME to the agents.
True, right? So if you're asking or if you're looking for someone who's using or outdoing outside ops, they can see you as you're just helping the site rather than you're giving them a power trip, right? Because of their perception. Next is, how does it affect the way leaders see you when you have a good perception from them? And what kind of impact does it have on your career moving forward? If the leaders see you as if their perception towards you, especially we're talking about leaders, if leaders see or has a good perception towards you, what do you think would it have to be an impact on your career? Do you think you would stay as an SME next month, 2 months from now?
I think they'll ask me to apply for a supervisor.
Okay, if there's a good perception,
Yeah.
right? But if their perception towards you is not that good, what do you think will happen?
There will be like a calibration on a feedback from the higher ups
Okay, and then
that I need to change something or else I'll be moved back to as an agent.
As an
They see
agent.
me as not effective as an.
it's true, right? So this is why perception is very important. Not only that you can be a good help and contributor to your colleagues, agent, but you can also be stayed as an SME, even promoted as a supervisor if our leaders see a good perception towards you, right? So again, this is a self-development. It does not only limit inside I-Core, but you can always present yourself when it comes to perception management to people, friends, family outside work as well. Any questions with perception management so far? All right.